Ever wonder what an ultra-luxury safari looks like? Me too. To find out, we booked a $30,000 safari where we stay at increasingly luxurious 5-star hotels, complete with private pools and even a private butler. Join me as we spend 10 days chasing the Great Migration across the Serengeti. I've traveled to over 56 countries, but this was the most incredible trip I've ever been on. Welcome to the safari of a lifetime. That was amazing. The closest international airport to Serengeti National Park is Kilimanjaro International Airport, and the drive from there to the park is 8 hours, so we decided to break it up by making multiple stops on the journey west. This was our first time flying Ethiopian's business class, and it wasn't bad. I love that we got to try some Ethiopian seared salmon on the flight. That plus a quick nap made the flight fly by. We just landed. So tired. We've made it to Tanzania. The first car ride in the country is always the most interesting when you see the culture of the people and what they choose to line their highways with. Here in Tanzania, that's plant nurseries and banana plantations with giant mountains in the background. Now we're pulling up to our first hotel of the trip, the Grand Malia Arusha. It's crazy to realize that it's taken us over 16 hours to get here, and we're not even inside the Serengeti yet. We've just arrived. And I'll show you our room facing this mountain. Our room is exquisite. It's pretty nice. This hotel, part of the Melia collection, surpassed expectations. It has its own coffee plantation, this is coffee, handicrafts workshop, and pool on the property. It was the perfect place to get some work done, enjoy dinner, then sleep early because our next day begins the drive into the Serengeti. But before that, we have a game drive through Tarangire National Park, where we'll be severely disappointed. But more on that later.
So before we came on safari, we made a bet of what the first animal we would see, and I thought it was zebras. Boom. The first real animal is a zebra.
Safaris are all about being in the right place at the right time. But because these are wild animals, you don't know where right place or when right time is. We had just finished lunch and were heading out of the park before our driver said he had a special surprise for us. So we drove up to the watering hole to see a lion eating a wildebeest, a freshly killed wildebeest.
We've never seen a lion eating.
Sure enough, about 15 minutes before we got there, the lion was in the tree waiting until the wildebeest was drinking unsuspectingly when she killed him. 15 minutes. Lions have a 30% success rate when hunting in packs and only about 18% when hunting alone. And we've never seen a successful hunt, only several failed ones. Missing this one was really painful. But nature gives just as it takes away. Through Tarangire National Park, we saw 3 of the big 5. Elephants, buffalo, and lions, and still enjoyed the game drive thoroughly.
This is the herd that we've been looking for.
The day was only about to get better though, as the next hotel blew my mind.
We just arrived at the Ngorongoro Lodge, and look at this is stunning. We're gonna drive into the park and do a 8-hour game drive tomorrow. Picnic in the park. Today we're just enjoying the property.
Take us to the room.
Excellent.
Great reveal.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Wow. Oh my zebras. Wow, look at this view. Oh my gosh.
We get to spend 2 nights here, and I'm definitely not mad about it. Good morning, Caldera. We only have 1 game drive in the crater though, which is famous for a few things, including 1, the world's highest density of lions, 2, over 550 species of birds, and 3, its collection of black rhinos. Given that rhinos are the most difficult of the big 5 to see, if we didn't see one here, we probably would not see one this trip, so we have 1 shot. If we thought we might be disappointed today though, we were in for a pleasant surprise. This large family of giraffes made our days. I've seen herds of elephants, buffalo, zebras, these are very common on safari, but never giraffes. This is absolutely amazing. And this crater is something out of a fairy tale. Ngorongoro was formed about 2.5 million years ago when a large active volcano that was larger than Kilimanjaro collapsed inward after a major eruption, leaving this vast, unbroken caldera. The animals in here never have to leave because the crater has everything they need for life. We've just booked it up this hill, so I think we're about to see something special. I don't know who first spotted them, but they are the goat. Do you see them? How about now? How about now? These two black rhinos were about a mile away, so this was the closest we were going to get. But at least we get to check it off that list. Coming home to the Mulia in Ngorongoro and getting to enjoy the swimming pool and dinner was an absolute answer to prayer. This hotel really is so special, and the Ngorongoro crater is something out of this world. But the next hotel is a classic bucket list hotel that many people book an entire safari around. To get there though, we have to drive to and through the central Serengeti, which is known for its big cats. We only have one day here, so we most want to see a big cat hunt and a leopard, the last of the big five.
We have arrived! This is the Serengeti National Park, and you can see animals in the distance. We've kind of seen a lot of gazelle and antelope, kind of the whole drive here, and it is so dry, so dusty. Wow, what a change in scenery, just 2 hours.
We've just pulled up to 3 lions who were hunting something in the distance but failed and have regrouped.
1, 2, and there's one in the distance. And there's antelope that they're chasing.
Oh my gosh, there's a cheetah out there. She can see the lions, so is cautiously walking away. It turns out that lions will hunt cheetahs if they're desperate enough, and these lionesses look desperate. Then you can see in the distance a group of gazelles and 2 warthogs, and the cheetah is making its way toward them. Now the lions have pivoted from chasing the cheetah to triangulating the warthogs, and the cheetah is off chasing the gazelle.
Yep.
Oh, there's 3 of them.
There's 3.
There's 3. Oh, they're running. They're running.
Running, yep. I saw it.
Yep. Oh, he's going. They're going towards him. He doesn't see him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
They don't know.
They don't know. 10 feet. They're so close. They don't know.
Close.
They're going. They're going. He went for the wrong one. I was going for the other one. Oh.
Are you serious?
They
Chase the wrong one.
Yeah.
You chased the far one.
Oh my gosh, that was so painful to watch. I hope this will remedy our disappointment. We just heard on the radio that there are some lions near a rock outcropping. I think we might be the luckiest people alive. It's not just a papa lion, but a mama lion and cubs. They were so cute, even when eating and sleeping.
But this is our first time ever seeing baby wild cats, actually, not even just baby lions. Which is, it's unreal. Unreal. Right, babe?
ridiculous.
Wow, what a day. If you go on safari in the Serengeti, I would highly recommend you spend a good amount of time in the central Serengeti, because right after that, we saw...
This is the last of the big 5, day 3, and we've seen all 5.
This leopard was just hanging out in this tree because he thought it was too hot to be looking for food. Soon after we left him, though, we found another one prowling the savannah. What a way to complete our big 5. This is some of the best game driving we've ever done in a day. Checked off 3 out of 9 of our items, and now we're driving to the Four Seasons Serengeti. We've visited many Four Seasons properties before, but we've never stayed at one until tonight. But one of the travel advisors we worked with advised us against staying here because she called it too hotel-like and not an immersive experience, so we'll see whether she was right.
Just got to the Four Seasons. Our driver was amazing. He booked us here to make it back for sunset because this is the view. So we're gonna have dinner down here in the buffet area. Maybe grab some drinks before that and just chill. What is this? It's a wombat.
It's called high rise.
Oh my goodness. He just jumped. It's so cute. Will cats come up here too? Like lions, leopards?
Yeah, good in the night. Yeah, that's why it should be in the night.
We just entered our room when...
There's elephants right there!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh!
They're coming in for water.
Yeah, they're coming for the water over there.
Baby.
So always they used to come right here.
Wow.
They're walking to the watering hole, which is right where we're gonna go get dinner.
Giving us a full show and everything.
A family of elephants came up to the watering hole, and it's like the best thing I've ever seen.
I honestly cannot believe that this is real.
I can't even.
Go, go, go. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a chocolate cake. You love chocolate?
Wow.
You're welcome. Tickle steak.
Wow.
We've got plates, and this is the view. Life is so good. I'm so grateful.
After dinner, one of the hosts came up to us because she recognized that we were filming a lot and invited us to join the Maasai dancing performance in a separate dining venue. We felt so lucky to be there and made a fool of ourselves and had the best time. Just got back from an amazing evening and they've turned down our room. We actually just reopened this so you can see the balcony. There's some seats outside. Can't see anything right now, but it's beautiful outside. And then the bathroom. Currently drawing a bath with the view to the outside. And then over here is the full walk-in closet with a makeup mirror and seat. Honestly, I could just live here. There's a certain stillness here, an almost sacred silence as we take in the vastness above. It's moments like these that make you truly connected to the world around you, a perfect end to an unforgettable day. The Four Seasons Serengeti is a ridiculously special property. We wish we had more nights to spend here, lounging in the pool, watching the elephants and the sunsets, but we have to make our way to the northern Serengeti to see the Great Migration. It's time to head to the last day of this leg of our trip, the most expensive hotel we have ever booked. Will it be worth it? On the drive to the northern Serengeti, we got to cross a few more things off our safari bingo card. We saw these two elephants play fighting among the bushes, and these gazelle fighting for dominance in their group. We also saw some vultures eating a wildebeest, foreshadowing much of what was to come.
We're currently on our way from central Serengeti to the northern part, where we are really hoping to see wildebeest crossing the Mara River as part of the Great Wildebeest Migration. And this is our first taste of what that will look like. We're not even in the park yet, and we have now seen more wildebeest than we've ever seen.
We made it to the Mara River. Our final destination, this river, stretches for miles across the Serengeti. There are parts of the river that are much shallower and narrower, where wildebeest cross much more easily, and we were enchanted by this first crossing. We thought it was the biggest deal. Little did we know.
So right now we're by the river, and we just missed a really, I think a medium size, maybe a really large crossing, because there were like, I don't know, 50 to 100 safari vehicles here waiting. I think there was a crocodile in that crossing as well. But there's another group that's right in front of us, and so we'll see if that comes to anything.
Oh, another one's going down.
Wildebeests have no leader, so when one stray decides to start crossing, others can just start following, and the stray can lead the whole pack across. But they have to be careful because there are a lot of crocodiles in this river, so if they see or sense one is nearby, they'll start retreating. And they're very skittish, so there's a lot of retreating.
They're going down. They're going down. There's a bunch of them jumping in. Oh no, but he's going back up. Wait, go down. Don't go back up. But now they're all following.
Nobody tells you how much waiting you're gonna have to do at the river, waiting for them to cross.
The wildebeest keep filing in, then waiting, then pulling away. We watched this happen countless times with no crossing. But when the momentum swings hard enough, there's nothing like it.
They're going for it. They're going.
I honestly cannot describe the feeling of seeing this live. I think there's something in the waiting that makes it even more special. Because this is nature, you just never know what's going to happen, and it feels more like a true gift when it does. Many people come to the Mara River to watch this migration and end up not seeing anything because we can't command or time nature. I feel so incredibly lucky to get to see this. It really is a dream come true. It definitely feels, though, like we've over-commercialized this experience and are actively invading the wildebeest's world. I think the Tanzanian government has started regulating tourism to make it better. Vehicles have to be a certain distance from the edge and can only pull up to the edge once the wildebeest have actually started crossing, for example. But we're definitely impacting their natural life cycles. I'm also in such awe of how the wildebeest support the entire ecosystem here in the Serengeti. They're pretty unintelligent animals, if I'm going to be honest. They have no leader, so when one goes, they all just start following and rushing the river. And they work symbiotically with zebras, who are smart, so the wildebeest find food and the zebras remember where they've been, and it's a really beautiful symbiotic relationship. The wildebeest also support so much life on these plains. If they weren't so unintelligent, they couldn't be the food source for predators like crocodiles and lions, or scavengers like vultures and hyenas. This entire ecosystem relies on them. I honestly cannot believe it took me so long to come and see this miracle of nature. Finally, it's time for the most expensive stay of our lives. After our very warm welcome, we sat in this stunning common area, while our private butler, yes, you heard that right, brought us a cocktail made at this bar. Dawa is a cocktail of lime, vodka, and honey, and yes, it's delicious. This property, One Nature Mara River, opened this year, and we found them when searching for lodges close to the Mara River crossings. They are one of the closest, and when we looked online, we were blown away by the photos. We could barely believe it was real. To be totally honest, I'm embarrassed to say how much it was, and I was absurdly worried that it would be nice, but not nearly nice enough to justify the price tag, or my husband's expectations. Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Yes, we're serious.
Oh my gosh. The surprises don't end. I'm actually speechless. I don't know that we have ever stayed at a nicer property, and we've stayed in like 50 countries around the world, and this one is just top tier. This canopy bed with this amazing wallpaper. Their interior design is just like, oh, so on point. The desk here, this like leather chair, old school gear, analog watches, a compass, and this telephone, which is how you dial reception. Take me back to this era. And then let me show you the bathroom. Well, first, this bottle of champagne is for my husband's birthday because we're celebrating. And then this absolutely ridiculously spacious bathroom that is the size of some New York City apartments. The shower, which is like the size of a bed, the bathroom, and then the double sink situation. And then the best part of the whole suite villa situation is outside. You gotta see this. This is the outdoor bathtub, which we'll have to use, the pool, and then a full lounging area. I'm telling you, the best hotel room we've ever stayed in. Breakfast is served. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That looks delightful.
beautiful.
Headed to dinner.
There's nothing quite like dining on a terrace at sunset in the middle of the Serengeti. Being served a 4-course meal by your private butler makes it even better. But honestly, it was when our butler asked what we wanted to watch and I told her Lion King that made my evening. This place is pure magic.
She wanted to watch Lion King.
Good morning. It's 4:30 a.m. We still see the stars outside, and it's our last full day in Tanzania, and we're off on a very special adventure. Very excited for this.
Yes. Oh, perfect. Thank you. It smells good.
I can think of no better way to cap off the safari of a lifetime than riding a hot air balloon over the plains we've been through for the last 10 days. Watching the herds migrate from the air or scatter as they hear the heat blasting from our balloon is a totally different experience than seeing it from the ground. It's also early in the morning, so there are lots of animals moving around. It was so beautiful to spot the giraffes and zebras and elephants roaming the plains and their families. This really is their world. We're just living in it.
That was amazing. Everybody should do a balloon safari. That's all.
2, 3.
Maisha Marefu.
That means long life.
After the balloon ride, we had one final breakfast before we embarked on our final game drive of the trip. I cannot even begin to describe the joy we were about to experience. We're searching for a leopard people had seen earlier. Oh my gosh, you see her drop out of the tree and then walk to this rock and begin to call for something. And I couldn't even register that the call must be for her babies because that would make me too happy when we saw her leopard cubs climb out from under the tree. I'm dead. This is the happiest I have ever been in my entire life. Look at those cubs. How cute are they? Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that this is what my heart really wanted. Wow. So grateful. So, was it all worth it? I think safari is some of the best money you can spend on Earth. The joy of safari is that every day feels like Christmas morning. You know that nature has gifts for you that day, you just have no idea what they are yet. No one does. And the gifts get to surprise you time and time again. And really, safaris give you space to think. Staring out at the vast expanse of land, bumping along unpaved roads, there's a decluttering of the mind. These are opportunities to introspect and recognize that our place in the world is so much smaller than it can seem while living in a busy city or doing day-to-day life. And that is priceless. So do you need to do an ultra luxury safari? I think it's worth it if you have the money, but really not necessary. The jeeps and the animals and your time in the car, which is 50% of your experience, are the same either way, though it's definitely nicer to come home to a delicious dinner and comfortable bed in a spacious room. Or maybe if you plan to mostly stay at the lodge, for example if you have young kids, a luxury stay would be more worth it. Earlier in the video, we spent some time in Ngorongoro Crater where we saw much more than the couple minutes I've shared here. To experience that day in full, check out this video for a full day in the life.
And that's a wrap. This ends our safari adventure here in Tanzania. For part 2, we're headed to Uganda to go gorilla trekking, and we'll see you there.